Yay Networks.
Welcome to Logically Irrational with my parents, Ty Strickland and Melissa Rycroft. He's a little logical.
Until I start gossiping.
And she's a little irrational.
You've got nothing.
But together, they make the perfect combo.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Logically Irrational. Hey Ty.
Hey.
We back.
We're back.
Yeah. Anybody miss us last week?
I bet you that they did.
I bet they did not.
Yeah, I bet they did. Sure they did.
Yeah, we got back from our Vegas birthday trip on Saturday morning. It was fun.
Yeah, it was great.
It was a great Vegas trip with friends. Got lots of sleep, did some fun shopping. We got a pool day out of it.
We did.
Which in the spring is hit or miss. You never know whether you're going to get one or not.
And it was actually a really good pool day, except for I got burnt.
We both got burned.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was going to say, because it was so windy.
It did not feel hot. Like Vegas in the summer when we lay out at the pool, we're in the pool 90% of the time.
Yeah, because you lay out and like within 10 minutes,
yes.
like you're just sweating so much. Like,
you almost feel sick, where I'm like, it's too hot. And this time the wind was blowing and it was colder.
It was like 80.
Yes, I say colder, but 80 feels different in Vegas than like 80 here at home. Yeah. Anyway, sunny. So it didn't feel like we were getting burned. And then we went inside and both of us went, man.
We had been out for about 2 hours, which 2 hours flew by.
Yeah.
And then I went into the bathroom at the pool. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm red.
I kept telling you looked red.
Yeah, and I was even laying on my stomach too.
You were not listening to me.
Anyway.
I do have a new Vegas recommendation. There is a sushi restaurant called Mizumi in the Wind. That we've never been to before. It's very highly rated, but I mean, we kind of stick to our normal places.
I don't think it's a secret.
It's not a secret.
Super popular, but first time for us.
But it was awesome.
Awesome.
If you have not been and you enjoy sushi, it's pretty food, which sounds really funny to say, but the way that they present the food when it comes out is like
pretty, yeah.
It's a beautiful plate.
My favorite dish was tuna, right? Albacore. And it looked like it had flowers on it.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of different colors, red, blue, green.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what that was, but it was delicious.
I know. I don't know anything.
It was a little crunchy.
Y'all ordered it all.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really good. I will say we came home and I got sick. And I don't know if I like touched an escalator in Vegas and brought it home with me or allergies. Like I was fine in Vegas and then the second we land back in Dallas.
It could be that.
It hit me.
Because it did that to me. My eyes immediately got
I have no
itchy.
idea. I have been so congested. I think do I sound fine again?
I feel like you can kind of tell a little bit, but the last several days, you've definitely been congested.
My ears.
Well, you finally took an allergy pill like I asked you to, and it started working.
Right, and I wasn't doing it out of defiance, but in the past, and it happened this morning, when I take a decongestant, it makes me feel kind of like loopy and shaky, and I don't.
That can happen. You got to make sure you eat.
I don't like that feeling. And then this morning I took it, and was it 15, 20 minutes later, I was standing and I was like, I feel super sweaty and my heart is pounding.
I hate that feeling.
And I sat because I forgot I'd taken the pill, and then you came in, you were like, are you okay? I was like, no, I don't know what's happening. And you said, did you take your decongestant and did you eat? And I went, no. Okay. Yeah. So yes, that was a long way to say that I'm feeling better.
That's good. All good.
And let's see. Oh, I have a fun night ahead of me. Ava, this is dance competition month every weekend.
Is it really every weekend?
Every weekend. And we have it blocked off Friday to Sunday, all of them. So tonight at 10:30 p.m., she's dancing her
Who's
duet.
in charge of this?
I have no idea.
I mean, 10:30?
And it's 45 minutes away.
I don't know. Where is it?
Argyle.
Yeah. It's a good 30 minutes anyway.
And so we have to drive all the way out there and then wait to dance at 10:30 and then drive all the way back. And we have 8 o'clock games.
How many dances do they have tonight?
Only one. And then
that's so dumb.
On Sunday morning, we have to be back at 7 a.m.
I mean, who's scheduling this is like, you know what? Let's go till midnight. Let's go till midnight on Friday night.
I mean, babe, it happens. I mean, how many nights are we late? And Ava and I sometimes just leave before awards because if there's too big of a...
Well, but I understand that. Like the awards is like optional. Like she has to dance at 10:30.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, whatever. If I told you we had a baseball game at 10:30, you would throw a fit.
Well, you came home at 10:30 from a baseball game the other night.
Yeah, it started at 8.
Because as you came home, I was like, I'm going to be just dancing.
Yeah.
10:30 is late. I'm sorry for going out and getting started. And I mean,
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, okay. So Monday is a big day. We have the total solar eclipse.
Is that Monday?
That's Monday, March
People
8th.
are really getting better ready for this, aren't they?
Are you not excited at all? Are you not geeking out at all?
No, not even a little bit.
Really?
No. I mean, I'll look at it.
I mean, we're kind of cool because we're in the path of totality.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
I saw something where VRBO put out the VRBOs that are being rented in America that day, and it's like that line is all booked.
I think they said searches for places, flights, hotels within that path of totality are up 1,100%.
Wow.
1,100%. So yeah, we're in Dallas. We are one of the first ones to see it. I think it hits us about 140, and it's kind of fun.
What should I expect to see here?
Well, you don't have glasses, so don't look at anything.
Okay, but
So with a total solar eclipse, this happens, I think, every couple decades where it's a new moon and it's not a partial eclipse. Like the moon is going to be completely in front of the sun. So
is it going to be dark?
Yes. They've said that for a period between 2 to 4 minutes, it's going to be, they call it eerily dark. Like, I don't know if that means pitch black. I don't know if it's going to be nighttime, but it's going to be dark outside, which is kind of fun.
Yeah,
Right?
cool.
The kids
I'm not
are...
going to travel to do that.
The kids all get to experience it. They sent notes home. We had to sign waivers that the kids are okay to go outside. Now, part of me is like, that's a lot, trusting little elementary school kids to keep their glasses on. If I'm the teacher, I'm like, I don't want to be
Is it different than any other night or any other day? Like you're not supposed to look at the sun.
Yes, because it shines, it makes it like brighter. The solar eclipse, they said, are hundreds or maybe thousands of times darker than normal sunglasses. Like there's a special filter in them. They did say though that during totality, during that 2-minute time period, you can take the glasses off, which I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to risk. You see the famous pictures, I think the last eclipse that we had of Trump looking up at the sun without
right.
Don't do that.
What I think is funny is people trying, like, as I'm driving to work, I'll see people on the side of the road selling these glasses.
Yeah, but I'd be scared they're fake.
Well, yeah, or just go get them from free from half of the other places that are just handing them out.
Yeah. I think it's fun. I think it's really cool. So one of our good friends, she's actually having a solar eclipse birthday
you
party.
Girls, just anything to have a party.
Yeah. And I got her a shirt that said, I'm so bright I took out the sun. It's kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
And so anyway, we're all going to get together and have lunch because it hits us here at 1:40. And so
Gotcha.
have lunch and then I'll go outside and
2044 is the next one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beckett told me that.
It's every 2 decades, maybe.
Something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The new moon. Well, Ty is so not interested in that.
Well, I mean, no, I'll look at it. Good. That's it. I'm not going to go travel somewhere to see it.
Okay. Are you interested in is it Rashi? Rashi rice?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what it is?
Rashi Rice.
Rashi rice. He was in Dallas over the
Yes, he
weekend.
was.
He made quite a name for himself here in Dallas. He plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Does he still play for the Chiefs?
Yeah, he was a rookie last year. He's really good.
So if you have not seen, I don't even know if this is everywhere.
I'm sure it is.
Okay. They were racing cars along 75.
Yeah, one of the freeways here.
It looked like
I
it was
think
right
it was a
outside your
tollway.
old house,
79
maybe
is a tollway.
taller. And there's footage of them getting into not a wreck with just the two of them, but like taking out cars along the way.
Yeah.
And then there is dash cam footage of other people's cars, of the guys just getting out of the car and walking away.
Yeah, they get out of the car and walk off
flee
the
the
freeway.
scene. Yeah.
And well, I mean, they just walked away.
They didn't check on anybody else. I mean, they knew that
Yeah,
there were other
he
cars.
was in the wrong. But then he just left the cars there
Yeah.
and went home.
Well, and they were registered to him.
No, they were rentals.
Well, yeah, but one of them, I know the Lamborghini.
The Lamborghini was a rental.
To him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And he was paying $1,700 a day for that Lambo. It's the Urus, the SUV. And I mean, it was registered to him. Like whenever they came out and said it's who it's registered to, he was like, "Yeah, no, it was me. I was driving."
Well, I mean, there's footage of him.
Yeah, I mean, I
Can't.
don't know why he would just walk away.
I mean, unless they were drinking, That would be the only reason that you would flee the
Maybe.
scene,
I mean,
right? Because
yeah.
you just don't. I wasn't behind the wheel, and you can't take my breath.
Yeah, it's weird. Maybe he didn't
But
know. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not allegedly.
knows?
I'm not even saying allegedly. I don't think that report has even come out that would be a reason they walked away.
Oh no.
So he did say, he says, quote, "Today I met with the Dallas PD investigators regarding Saturday's incident. I take full responsibility for my part in this matter and will continue to cooperate with the necessary authorities." So his attorney came out and basically was like, he was just a kid. He's a 23-year-old
Didn't
kid
know
that
what to
got
do,
scared.
and-
And I was like, what?
So walked off the freeway.
I mean,
Yeah, you check and make sure everybody's okay, and
Right.
you call the
I'd be like,
tow
I'm
service
walking
or
down the
something.
highway right now. This feels weird.
Now I wonder if it was a rented car or a leased car. I heard it was a rental car.
What was he doing in Dallas?
He's from Dallas. He went to SMU.
Oh, okay. Okay. So he was home,
Yeah.
probably. Okay.
Yeah,
When
probably
I saw
hang
Kansas
out
City
buddies.
Chiefs, I was like, is he
Yeah,
vacationing or?
No.
Which would then make the rental car make sense because he rented a car while he was here.
Right. No, but he's from here.
Maybe leased. Maybe it was a leased
Maybe.
car. Anyway.
You'd think you'd want to make sure that was what's weird about this is that like everybody assumes that he's like super rich because he's a good receiver.
Yeah.
But he's still on his rookie contract. And so he I don't even think he made $1 million last year, which I understand is
Right.
still a lot of money, but for an NFL football player, $1,700 a day for a car.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
Isn't that how people go broke though? Is
Yeah.
like you're given a
Yeah.
huge amount of money that you've never seen before.
and you
It's
go
easy
rent
to blow.
$1,700 car a day. That's $60,000 a month. If he's leasing it, if it's a rental, I mean, maybe it was only for a couple of days, but yeah, that's how you go broke. That's exactly right.
That's a pretty car though.
Yeah, it was really cool. And the other car was his too.
Oh,
it was
that
a Corvette.
Yeah.
Yeah, something screwy going on.
Yeah, there is something weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was just interesting. And yeah, what else do we have going on? Your birthday.
Yeah, coming up.
Tybo's birthday's on Tuesday.
Next Tuesday? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't even know, do you?
You know what? If you didn't tell me, it would be that day that I would find out, oh, it's the 9th. Huh, it's my birthday.
Oh, that's so sad.
It's like on, what's that movie where Will Ferrell, they're like, did you forget your birthday again?
I don't know. How do I not know
Old
that movie?
School.
Oh, you know what? I've never seen Old School.
Oh my gosh, what's wrong with you?
I know.
Come on, babe.
I know. Ava and I, there was a movie that she wanted to watch the other night. It was just me and her. It's on Netflix. I think it's called You're So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah. And it's kind of one of those like teenagey movies. And so I was like, yeah, great. And up pops Happy Madison. It's a Happy Madison production. And I went, oh no.
You don't like those.
I do not. And it stars Adam Sandler. Both his daughters are the main characters. His wife is also in the movie, but he doesn't do the voice, thankfully. I hate that. I mean, I know I'm
really
in the
do.
minority. I
think it's
cannot
funny.
stand Adam Sandler in the 90s.
It's one of my favorites. Did you hear that Happy Gilmore, there's a script for a sequel? It's like just released this week.
What are they going to make a sequel about?
Happy Gilmore.
He's going to play
Golf again, I guess.
We get to see it again?
Yeah. Me and the boys will be right there seeing it.
No, wasn't he a hockey player?
He was a hockey player that started playing golf. Yeah. I think those are still a little too old or a little too mature for our boys.
I think I agree. I'm really bad about that though, because I'll recommend movies and you're like,
Yeah, you're
absolutely.
really bad at that.
Because when we grew up, I watched those movies as a kid.
Well, I started something with them the other day, and like within 5 minutes, I had to turn it off.
What
Like
was it?
literally within 5 minutes. It was a popular movie. I'll keep going. I'll think of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, like,
Oh, it was Big Daddy.
is Big Daddy not? I don't think I've ever seen Big Daddy either.
There were like 3 curse words in the first 10 minutes, and I was like, I can't do it.
You got to download the TBS version
Yeah.
from TV.
Yeah.
That's what I do with Christmas Vacation.
You know what though? Like you can't hide them from everything.
No, they know.
Yeah, they know the words now, and so
know.
every time we hear the words,
They look at
yeah,
me.
and I'm like, you know not to say that, right?
But you know where they get it from? YouTube.
yeah,
They hear it. Every time and I hear a word, I'm like, change it right now. But YouTube has also ruined so many things. Like the other day, because I know Ava absolutely does not believe in the Easter Bunny. I don't think Beckett does. Kaysen, when we woke up Easter morning, he was like, we should go see if the footprints are out there. And they weren't this year. But there's a YouTube video that they're watching, and she's like, here's how I make it look like the Easter Bunny came.
Yeah.
I get my stencil, I put glitter, and Kaysen's watching it, and I was like, oh, God.
You know, you have like YouTube Kids, but they don't want to watch YouTube Kids.
Because it's very YouTube kidsy.
Yeah, it's very kidsy.
But
they need filters.
Is
They need
Dude
something.
Perfect on kids?
I don't know.
I think-
But they're clean. Like, he can watch that all day long.
I know, but my point is a
Right.
lot of those ones that they like were
Yeah.
not on
Yeah,
kids.
like Mr. Beast is not. And
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still into that. But yeah, no, there needs to be like a in-between.
Yes. Beckett just bounces between, oh, you watched this? Here's your next recommended video. I'm like, how did we get here? No. Okay, that was it. That was a long intro.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Pop news time.
This is starting with, it was 2020. I watched it on my own. I don't even think you care about this case. Ruby Franke, or Frankie, I don't even know.
Don't even know.
She's the vlogger that was arrested after 2 of her children were found emaciated. And
Oh,
she
yeah, I do know
yes.
this
Okay. So it was, if you have not watched it yet, I think it was last week, 2020. It's probably on Hulu now. It was an amazing 2020 because I didn't know a lot of, I mean, I knew the big story, but this has like actual like footage of when they found these kids. They have it on a Ring camera when this little boy walks up to the house asking for help. So it is, her name's Ruby Franke. She's a Utah mom, former YouTube parenting influencer. She was charged with child abuse after 2 of her 6 children were found abused and malnourished. She pleaded guilty to 4 counts of second-degree felony, aggravated child abuse. This was back in December. Her business partner, Jody Hildebrandt, was also arrested. And Jody, people can't decide, was this all Jody's doing once they became partners and they started their YouTube channel together on parenting? And so the 2020 last week, it detailed the horrific abuse that they inflicted on her children. You got to see, like I said, body camera footage. There's recorded calls. Ruby kept a detailed journal, a daily journal of
how she neglected her kids?
Yes. Like what the kids were doing and, I just didn't let them eat for 5 days So it's very hard. And she, like I said, she had a vlog, which I still don't understand how vlogs work, on YouTube, and it was called 8 Passengers, and it was following their family. And so but
on the videos, you can't see that the kids are emaciated?
No. And so apparently, like I said, she's got 6 kids. One of them is in college now, and she's come out and she's like, it was horrible. While I had to get out as soon as I could, but the abuse progressively got worse. And what happened is once she had this 8 Passengers vlog, and her marriage counselor was this Hildebrandt woman.
Great. So
one of the questions that everybody has is, where's the husband? How did the husband not know that 2 of his children...
Does she have a husband?
Yes.
Like they're married?
Yes.
Lives with them?
Yes. So this is how they met Hildebrandt, as she was their marriage counselor.
Oh, okay.
And she stops doing the family blog, and her and Jody then start a YouTube show together. And on it, you can see the kids every once in a while of like, you took my bed away. I had to sleep on the floor. And they're all kind of laughing. I guess nobody really took it seriously. And
was this popular?
I think she's the Mormon community. So it was specifically targeting like parenting in the Mormon community. Okay. And so I think she was very popular with that audience. Like I said, I had never heard of it. I don't do vlogs though, so I don't know. Anyway, what this talked about with the dad. So the marriage counselor, Jody, apparently convinced Ruby that her husband was like a sex addict. And Ruby was like, you can't be around my kids and you have to get out. She kicked him out, and he had not seen the kids in a year. So he was not even in the picture, didn't talk to the kids. He was not allowed contact because of what this therapist said. Well, come to find out, they talked to him in this documentary, or in this 2020. Mm-hmm. And he's like, in the Mormon community, even like looking at a pornographic image or anything is against the rules. And because I had seen a photo, or looked at pictures, Jody then said, she labeled me as this. Ruby kicked me out of the house. Apparently Hildebrandt did this with a lot of people. That's how she counseled people, and she caused some divorces by making women think that their husbands were maybe not as predatory as she made them out to believe. Anyway, it was a fascinating 2020. I don't even know if you care about it, but like I said, the footage when they find that there's a little girl and she's hidden in a closet when they raid this house and she won't come out of the closet because she's been programmed to not talk, not speak, not anything. And so it literally, they said it took 4 hours to coax her out, and they were buying her pizza. They were like, would you like a pizza and
Good
a Coke?
Lord, that's awful.
And couldn't get her out. And then she finally came out. And, it's very sad. Well, anyway, girlfriend's in jail.
Good.
Yep. Let's talk about Diddy. You want to do a little Diddy?
Yeah. I don't understand what's going on here.
I kind of don't either. I'm going to be real honest. So federal agents raided his multi-million-dollar homes. It was in Miami and in Los Angeles. Everybody, I'm sure, has seen the helicopter footage of these guys coming in. So they used firearms, Homeland Security investigate. They seized his phones in Miami. He was supposed to leave for the Bahamas. And I guess this raid happened like right before he left for the Bahamas. He was seen at the airport. There were photos of him. What?
Well, I heard that. Will you turn your phone off?
I know, sorry. Well, we're on a group chat. It's for football. Yes, but I will turn my phone off. My bad.
So I heard that people are saying that he was kind of trying to create a diversion because his jet was on the runway to leave to go to the Bahamas, but he wasn't on the plane, so he was like trying to throw people off.
Like that he was
he was going to the Bahamas, and so he could go somewhere else or do something else or whatever.
Go hide.
I mean, like, why would he have his jet on the plane going to the Bahamas if he wasn't on it?
I mean, he's been seen since. He's not in hiding by any means.
Yeah, he's just denying everything.
He is denying
and I don't even know what he's denying.
Well, I'm not sure either. So while the investigation is ongoing, a source close to the investigation said that the raid was in connection to allegations of sex trafficking and sexual assault and the solicitation and distribution of illegal narcotics and firearms. 3 women and 1 man had been interviewed by federal officials in Manhattan in relation to this investigation. Now, I don't know more than that.
The extent of
I know his ex-girlfriend, Cassie, do you remember this?
Yeah.
She came out with some pretty nasty allegations, and it got settled pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So people are like, I'll bet you that was true.
Yeah, supposedly
Allegedly.
There's a new one. It was somebody who worked on his yacht.
There are a few that have...
But she has recordings.
Okay, see, well, that would be good. Now, he has denied this and said that this is a gross overuse of military-level force. His 2 children were in, I believe, the Los Angeles home, and you can kind of see them. They didn't get arrested, but they have to kind of handcuff you and make you sit down when they do.
Right.
You can't be walking around the house. And their mom has posted, this was violent, this was not necessary. To have a search warrant alone means that there is probable cause that there's something in there. To have the military come out and
what
raid
were they expecting
your
to find?
house, that is, I don't think they just do that because they heard through word of mouth.
Oh, sure.
There's something going on. This is a big deal. And I think it was this morning, actually, one of his sons, I believe his name is Christian, some woman just came forward and filed a lawsuit against him personally for basically saying that she was drugged and raped by him on a yacht in 2022. So, yeah, I don't know, but
not good for Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy, he's no stranger to trouble though. He was a young promoter who organized a charity baseball game, and he was held partly responsible for the 91 city college stampede. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. A catastrophic, it was a hard word, crowd rush situation that left 9 people dead and 29 injured. So he was involved in that years ago. He was charged with criminal possession of a weapon while on a night out with Jennifer Lopez in 99. We all remember that. He had the gun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Various allegations of violence have bubbled up over the years, but things kind of came to a head last year when he faced 3 different lawsuits alleging abuse and assault in 1 week, including one, like we said, from Cassie. And the one with Cassie got settled real quickly. So,
yeah, they were talking, I think, on the radio about how just because that was settled doesn't mean that she can't speak. Like, she can't come out against him.
I mean, unless she has signed, like, part of the thing was, I'll pay you $10 million and you're going to sign this NDA.
Yeah.
But I don't know at what point, like,
but like in the court of law, that doesn't apply.
Right. Yeah. I've always kind of thought, people that get paid off and sign an NDA, what, you can sue me. And once the story's out there and people hear what the truth is, you're then going to come back and...
Well, I mean, technically, I guess you could.
You could, but how messy
yeah.
and awful does that look?
Yeah,
You know?
I don't think NDAs are designed to protect criminal activity.
You're right.
Right. I mean, they're designed to,
I think
business deals or whatever. It's like, I think that once there's criminal activity, the NDA is probably
Are
no
you speaking
good.
lawyer terms?
No, I don't know. Definitely don't know those.
I mean, that would...
But like, if you get subpoenaed or something, you're going to say, "Oh, I signed an NDA,"
Sorry,
and they're going to say,
can't talk.
"No, well, yeah, you're going to talk." Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with Diddy. But
I always
it's
thought that
not
it was
good.
weird that like Diddy dated Jennifer Lopez.
Well, it was kind of before she was J-Lo. She was at her come up for sure. So, and that relationship did not last long after the gun incident. I think Jen was like, "Oh, you know what? Everybody saw me in my green Versace dress, and I am out." Do you want to talk Jen and Ben?
No,
I love that you brought her up.
Goodness, no. Or Jen and Alex, or yeah.
What's he doing?
A-Rod?
What's A-Rod doing these days?
I don't know.
Who
He's
knows?
good. He's a good commentator.
All right, and then last, we've got these conjoined twins.
I haven't heard about this.
No?
No.
Abby and Brittany. They're 34. Abby got married. This is now taking over the internet because people have thoughts and questions. And
Yeah, I have a few.
so they are conjoined twins. They have two heads. You haven't seen photos of them going around? They have two heads and everything else is shared. So when they were born, obviously they're 34. So when they were born, doctors were like, you're sharing 80% of your organs. It's not safe that either one of y'all would survive the surgery. So they have them together. Abby has control of the right. Brittany's in charge of the left. They have distinct heads, hearts, stomach, spines, and lungs, and everything else is shared. Are you looking them up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, this would be tough.
right.
But they deserve like
Oh, 100%. But it is like you can see the questions people have of like, how's one of you married? How did you date? How it's,
yeah, things are definitely different here.
So TMZ has obtained Abby and Josh's, it's his name, Josh Bowling, their marriage certificate. And it provides some interesting information, including the fact that Brittany, who is the conjoined twin, was not listed as the witness in the wedding, which is odd, isn't it? When you're like, oh, she's right here.
Yeah.
They have another sister, and it was the other sister listed. So they actually became famous years ago after they were on talk show. You remember,
Yeah, I do
like
remember.
Jerry, and I mean, they were on all those Jenny talk shows and stuff like that. And they also had a documentary, started with Joined for Life, and then they had Joined at Birth, and this was back in 2002 and 2003. And then they later appeared in a 2006 documentary called Joined for Life. Abby and Brittany turned 16. And then years later, they starred in one season of the Abby and Brittany reality show on TLC. That was in 2012.
I think I remember that.
And then after that, they kind of went off and did their own thing. Now, I found this interesting when I was doing research because in high school, they only had to pay one set of tuition fees, but 2 registration fees.
Okay.
Okay. And then they went to college and they were required to pay 2 college tuitions, one for Abby and one for Brittany. They got different degrees. Or, excuse me, they were going to get different degrees and then realized that could take a long time because we both have to go. So they both got their own degrees and teaching licenses, and they are both now 5th grade teachers at a school in Minnesota. They only get one salary. So Abby doesn't get a salary.
They
and
can only
Brittany,
teach one class.
they teach 5th grade,
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
can't teach 2 classes.
but it's 2 people.
Agreed.
Isn't that, I mean, when you think about it,
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
okay, so I had to pay 2 tuitions, but I get one salary. And they were talking, they're like, it actually works really well because one teaches and the other one keeps their eyes on the class. So
Okay,
it's kind of like
yeah.
a 2 for 1. But the marriage thing has people really questioning things.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, so the other one can't get married.
Well, yeah,
Well, I mean,
Brittany could get married.
well, then I guess her husband would sleep on the other side.
I don't, those are the
like
questions where
it
people
would be
are
very
like,
tough. Yeah,
it's, you know.
once one gets married,
I
it's
mean-
almost like he's marrying both of them.
Exactly. So he's kind of getting, people are like, is he got a fetish or something? Or, I don't know. I mean,
I mean,
their life
just
has
fell in
been-
love with her and
Well, yeah.
decided he wanted to ask her to marry him.
I know.
Yeah, but
I
yeah.
mean, people have questions of like the honeymoon night.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Did that just dawn on you that,
well, no, it
that
didn't.
part
but
of it?
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's nobody's business,
No,
but
it's
it's interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And if they share, it sounds like from what I said, they share a uterus. So you know what I mean? Who's the mom technically?
Can they have babies?
I have no idea. But, interesting things too.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I bet
Happy-
we sound insensitive, and I don't want to sound
No, not
insensitive.
at all.
Yeah.
Happy. I was just saying happy for
Yeah.
Abby. But yeah, so apparently, like I said, in 2012, they kind of went back to their lives and got these teaching degrees and became teachers and lived not on social media. And I think it was on TikTok that Abby posted, it was either Abby or Josh had posted their wedding photo and it went viral. And that's how this is kind of getting picked back up now in the mainstream media. So I don't know if they like the attention. I don't know if they
Yeah.
don't, but they did not, it's not like they sold all of this to tabloids. It literally just got picked up very innocently. So, and then really lastly, I think I said last.
And then really lastly.
Little Gypsy Rose is a single woman again.
Oh,
is
no
this
way.
shocking?
Isn't he in jail?
No, that's her ex-boyfriend,
Oh,
the one
okay.
that actually killed her mother.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah. So Gypsy Rose is filing for divorce. This is 3 months after her release from prison, which it's already been 3 months. Doesn't it feel like it was just like last week that she got out? She married Ryan Anderson while she was in prison in 2022. There was a documentary that I watched that I told everybody to watch, and it
Yeah.
actually shows this time. And I was watching the documentary going, this marriage is not going to last. Like, this is, as soon as she gets out and she sees that the grass is greener.
Well, she really started trying to make money and
Well, no, the day of her wedding, she wanted to back out. And she was still talking. She had an ex-boyfriend that,
this is a mess.
yes.
She was
and
capitalizing off of the getting out of jail though,
Well,
right?
she's definitely monetizing it.
Yeah.
She's doing what she can do, but
I mean, and that's fine.
I was watching this documentary going, she does not love him. Like, he is giving her something to do right now because she's in jail and he's giving her attention, but she's like, I still talk to my ex and it really makes him angry. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's not normal.
Well, when did they get married? In jail, right?
Yes, it was a
Okay.
prison wedding.
That's what I thought.
And it was 2022. So I think they've been married for a little over a year, but she's only been out and like actually been able to be with him
Okay.
for the past 3 months. So while she was serving a prison sentence for her role in the murder of her mother, prior to marrying Anderson, she dated and got engaged to a guy named Ken Urker. And this is the ex that she has been talking to.
How long was she in jail? Do you know?
10, 15 years.
Oh, really?
So
How
I
long?
wish I had that in front of me. We talked about it. And then they broke off their engagement, and that's when Ryan came in. And so the rumors are that she is now talking again to this Ken fellow. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So apparently Ryan was allegedly unhappy with Gypsy's developing relationship with her father. He lives in Louisiana. He was part of the documentary. He was not, he didn't have full custody growing up. While she was younger, obviously she lived with her mom, and they're kind of reconnecting. And I guess Ryan didn't like that. I don't know.
Well, too bad.
I know.
That's sad.
I know. I still feel conflicted about Gypsy Rose anyway.
Yeah, me
The
too.
fact that we're out and talking about it. And,
Agreed.
okay. Well, let's end with some reality.
Yeah.
Reality Roundup.
Starting with a fun reminder that the Magic Prank Show is on Netflix, and a reminder for us because
Yeah, we've got to watch that this weekend.
the next we don't have no. Oh well, you know what? Saturday
Saturday,
night.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great. So it's on Netflix. And it's the Justin Willman.
Yeah, he's great.
Magic stuff, and
Great.
I have not watched it yet. I would assume this is a good family.
Yeah, I guess
show.
we should probably check
because
on
he
that.
has a show. What was it called?
Magic for Humans.
First 2 seasons, amazing.
Yeah.
The last season, there were a few episodes where I was like, oh my gosh, why are we watching this?
Yeah, with the kids. There was.
I think they
little-
talked
little-
about. There was like a sexy time episode.
Yeah, I think so.
And no, was it pot?
I don't
Drugs?
remember.
I don't remember. I'm recommending this.
It'll be good.
And then we watched Quiet on the Set. the
Yes.
Nickelodeon documentary. I don't know how excited you were about it because you, again, did not know
I didn't know a lot of the shows.
many of the shows or people involved. And April 7th, I believe is Sunday, there's another episode coming out. It's like a last...
It's Drake, right?
It's mainly going to be Drake. And I don't know if they aired this and then he was like, I've got more to say. Or if this was always kind of in the plans of we've got one more to come out. So the documentary, numerous former Nickelodeon child stars have come out alleging abuse, misconduct, harassment. It shows that it was quite a toxic work environment. Poor Dan Schneider. I say poor, I don't mean it, but it is not good to be him right now. I don't know. What were your thoughts? It's dark.
Yeah, it's dark. It's dark. It's just crazy. It doesn't make sense to me. Like the whole thing doesn't make sense to me, and it probably doesn't make sense until you're in that situation. And
I totally can see what he's saying doesn't make sense. He was not understanding why nobody would say anything.
Because they didn't want to lose their job.
And that's where I'm like, well, I understand why they're getting abused and not saying anything to their parents or anything is because, I'm like, this is my job and he's going to take everything. He probably behind the scenes was like, I can take this all away.
Yeah, probably.
And
which I get that part, but it's
and
just
there was a lot of shame. I mean, nobody was talking about stuff like this. People aren't even probably going to believe me. He's Dan Schneider. He's the head of all of this. And I'm going to come out looking like an idiot. I'm going to lose my job and I'm going to be embarrassed. So 100%. It's really sad when you look at how many of them got messed up along the way, though. And Drake obviously was kind of the most vocal in the documentary with like, drank myself into oblivion. And as we were watching, I was like, I forgot all of that happened. I forgot he was arrested for a DWI. He went missing for 2 days.
That was like last year, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I because I didn't watch Drake and Josh, I didn't really follow the whole thing. I just heard the headlines of what was happening. And then in this, he's explaining what happened. And so you're watching it like, man, people were like, oh, another child star derails. And then you hear what happened. And, of course, everybody's now talking about like Amanda Bynes, who was not in the documentary, is not talking about it. Ariana Grande hasn't said anything, which...
You'd think she would have to.
I would think so because she was shown a lot in that documentary of things that they made her do that I had never seen footage like that before. That you would think would either come out and be like, I am mortified that this is out there of me. I had no idea what I was doing, didn't know what it meant.
Obviously, she's just not addressing it and hoping it goes away.
I guess maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it's really dark. But I would like to see that last episode,
We'll watch it.
And then I don't really understand this, but people are talking about it's called the Antisocial Network.
I haven't heard this.
Memes to Mayhem on Netflix. I just liked the name. I thought it was very creative. But it's a documentary, but it sheds light on the dark side of the virtual world lurking behind hidden curtains. A group of teenage kids feeling lonely and bored with their routine lives join forces to create a visually appealing virtual community. Initially, the community became a progressive and happy place for teenagers. However, as time passes, it also causes irreparable damage in their real lives. I was going to put the trailer on, but the trailer was kind of boring. I'm not going to lie. But people are talking about it.
Okay.
So there you go. Let's talk a little Vanderpump Villa on Hulu.
Oh, okay, this one?
The Chateau in France.
Yeah.
What's it called? Rosa? I forgot. It's kind of a Below Deck meets Vanderpump-y.
Yeah.
It's a staff that works at this chateau.
And they have guests that come in and they take care of them. But there's only it's not like a hotel. It's like 10 people come in to stay for the weekend.
Kind of like a bed and breakfast,
yeah, kind
right?
of. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it just seems so forced.
It does feel
We need to
very
keep going.
forced.
We've only watched 2 episodes.
Are they all out?
No, they're not. I think the 7th,
It's
the
on
rest of them come
Hulu,
out.
am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of Vanderpump happening right now, I'm going to be honest, between actual Vanderpump Rules and the Valley. Can we talk about the Valley while we're talking about it?
Yeah.
I'm in on the Valley.
Valley's a mess.
I am in on the Valley.
I'm in on it too, but it's just...
I kind of wanted to not be when I
really?
heard about it.
I thought it was going to be great.
I can't stand Jax Taylor. And you know what? Brittany annoys me so much too. And it's almost like you kind of don't like to like these people on... They're great TV.
They are great TV.
Kristen...
Just
couldn't be messier. just like in her Vanderpump Rules days.
It's unbelievable.
There's
like
no perspective on anybody's
anything.
part. Even the newbies, the guys are just Michelle and Jason. I mean, he's a tool bag.
Is he okay? Yeah, he's. I don't know what his name is, but I'm sure we're talking about the same guy.
Yes, he's a tool bag.
Yeah, he is. He's a lot. He's trying to get on TV.
Well, and he's doing a good job. But I guess in these days, people don't mind being a villain because it's like people are talking about me, and now I am the. But he just I mean, it's hard to come across worse than Jax on television, and I enjoy Jax more than this Jason guy, who I'm like, I don't know how she has stayed married to him. I don't get it. You know?
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
When you're in therapy and the therapist is like, when's the last time you were attracted to him? And she's like, I don't know. And he goes 3 years, 9 months ago, which is when they had their kid. And I'm like, that is not okay.
Yeah, you almost hope that this is all just for TV.
I kind of feel like it's not, though. Again, they're divorced in real time now, or filed for divorce.
The old reality show didn't save the marriage, huh?
It did not. Anyway, I'm in on all that Vanderpumpy stuff. Vanderpump Villa is probably the bottom.
The least favorite.
Yeah,
I agree.
I kind
Unless
of
it gets good.
Forgotten who they are.
It just seems so forced.
Well, they have the exes that now have to work together, and it's
in real life. Lisa never hires those people.
Well, she doesn't. I don't think it's even her chateau. I mean, this is all for TV. You know?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, it's all. We've got a TV show concept.
Which, by the way, we went to Vanderpump Gardens last weekend
in Vegas.
Is it
Vanderpump Gardens?
I don't know. I think so.
The one inside Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
I wanted some goat cheese balls.
Mm-hmm. You got them.
I did. Nobody else ate them. So
I didn't think they were very good.
Oh, I love a goat cheese.
You were talking about, you got to order this. You got to order it.
A goat cheese.
And then everybody's like, oh, okay.
Well, okay.
More for you.
Enjoyed it. And then the last thing that we've started watching is Buying Beverly Hills on Netflix. That's Mauricio Umansky's show, which I did not watch the first season. And I randomly downloaded, it was on our plane to Vegas. I downloaded the first episode and I looked at you and I said, you need to watch it.
These shows, all the real estate shows, I like, just because I like looking at the houses.
I don't know how much of it's all, what is it? Like selling LA, buying LA, selling Sunset.
Well, even $1 Million Listing. It was on Bravo.
How many of those houses exist in that happen to be for sale? And
I bet you that there's a lot of those houses that aren't for sale.
Probably. Here's a show home.
Yeah,
and
go check it out.
They're beautiful, though. What? You were saying?
Oh, I just... There's only a certain amount of people that can afford $30 million houses.
100%. But they make it seem like, it's just another
We've got all these buyers and...
Ooh.
Which, I mean, maybe I'm naive and maybe everybody can afford that. I don't know. But,
yeah. The reason I really like Buying Beverly Hills, though, is that I know drama is manufactured, and there's not a lot of drama because it's a family. It's about him and his daughters, so it's not like catfighting, but the jealousy that takes place because they are his daughters.
Yeah.
And you are walking on eggshells about...
Yeah. Two of them actually work there and contribute.
Yes.
It seems like from the show. The other one is just like getting handed money.
She just started.
Right, but...
Right.
Her first day, she shows up at noon. It's like I get that this is TV.
He was laughing. He goes, "Oh, it's just Sophia.
Yeah.
She likes to look good." I was like, "No."
Surely he doesn't run his business like that.
I don't think so. I mean, they all seem like the heads of the little branches that are underneath him. They all seem to kind of get along. They do these fun trips. I mean, it looks like he's created a good work environment.
Kind of frenemies a little bit.
Maybe, yeah, friendly competition. But I enjoy watching them tiptoe around the daughters. And you're watching this. I'm like, Ty would do that with it.
It just really seems like it's a TV show.
Oh, really?
To me, it does.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like, and all reality shows are like that to an extent.
Yeah.
But it really seems like this is just this part of the show or this part of the business is just for the TV show.
Maybe.
But maybe not. I don't know.
I like it.
Me too. Me too.
I like it. All right. That's it. That's all I've got.
Sweet.
You good?
Yep. Got a busy weekend.
All right. I know. I've got to stay up late.
Get to it.
Start chugging my coffee now.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. It was good to be back with you. Make sure that you like, rate, review, subscribe, all that stuff to the podcast. Tybo and I will see you next week. Same time.
Same place.